Hello, everyone, and welcome to our universe.
The CayVin Universe.
Oh, yes, we are your host. I'm Vinny.
And I'm Caylin.
As always, you can find and follow us at the CayVin Universe on social media and YouTube.
And you can email us your questions, comments, and suggestions at thecayvinuniverse@gmail.com.
Oh, yes. So we got a pretty good episode today. Today we are going to be talking about our predictions for the AEW All Out pay-per-view. That's actually tomorrow. A-dubs. Yeah. A-dubs is tomorrow. What is tomorrow, the 5th?
Tomorrow's the 5th.
Yeah.
A Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow doing another episode after the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
For those listening, if you're interested in our review, we are no longer, pretty much we agreed we're no longer going to be doing the bonus episodes on the actual podcast feed, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So basically how we're going to do it, guys, is if you're interested in the bonus episodes that we've been doing, mainly our bonus episodes have been about the wrestling pay-per-views, because we do a prediction episode and then we usually do a review episode the next day sometimes, which is why we labeled those quote-unquote bonus episodes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But with our YouTube channel, what we're going to do is we now have a place for those bonus episodes, because the one problem I've had with these bonus episodes is they're technically still being counted as regular episodes. You know, they still have a number to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they're just labeled bonus ep.
Yeah, because the way we really, I guess we could release a podcast without a number, but the way I have it set up, it's meant for a number system, you know.
Exactly.
So now we have a place for our bonus episodes. We have actually 2 YouTube channels. The CayVin Universe, which is our actual official podcast channel, but as of right now, we're not doing full video podcast. So you can just expect video of the audio essentially. Yeah. But right now, what we're doing is it's just CayVin Universe clips. But if you type in the CayVin Universe on YouTube, both pages will pop up. Yeah. So CayVin Universe clips, that's where right now we currently have clip video, you know, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
And that's where our bonus episodes will be. So tomorrow we will be doing 15-20 minute episode on the review of the pay-per-view, and it'll be hopefully within that night, a few hours within the event.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Within a few hours within the event, it'll be up, and you can find it there. So so now bonus episodes will now be on our YouTube clip channel.
Yes.
And it's not just going to be wrestling episodes anymore, because we're doing it on our YouTube clip channel. We can do other bonus episodes that are kind of just meant for video. For example, we are planning to do maybe an episode a month on just our favorite memes. Yeah. And just showing each other different memes. Yeah. And that would be kind of awkward for people to get behind an audio, but on video as a bonus episode, it makes sense. Yeah. So basically, guys, just be looking out for more content. We're putting ourselves out there.
Yeah. We already have about 6 clips up already?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We do. We're just, throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks. That's why we need you guys. None of this is possible without audience. So we're trying to grow audience. If you want to support us, basically the best way to do that right now is just spread the word, subscribe, review, follow us, whatever you got to do. Those will be the best ways to support us right now. Yes. But yeah, anyway, you ready to move on?
Yes.
Ready. All right. We just finished watching AEW.
Yeah, we watched
catching up. Yeah, we just finished catching up on the week from Wednesday. Yeah. So we got the pay-per-view tomorrow. So we're just a little bit fresh in our minds. So let's just go ahead and go down the list. And apologize, guys, if this comes out to be a shorter episode. We did have quite a long day. Yeah. So we are just gonna run through them and see our thoughts.
Yeah.
So
maybe we'll go in more depth tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow after we watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, we'll probably will. Yeah. We'll be more rested.
Yeah.
So of course, it's gonna start with the buy-in. Basically, the buy-in is like the pre-show match. I think they just call it the buy-in. Yeah. So you got Britt Baker versus Big Swole, but it says it's a tooth and nail match. I have no idea what that means. They didn't even explain it. I guess it's just what they're calling it.
Yeah. I get that the dentist, or that she's an actual dentist, right? And she goes along with that with her character. But it's just kind of annoying to me. It's like everything, like how you just said, tooth and nail, like what?
Yeah, it's like her gimmick, but it's like,
it's annoying. It's a little too much.
The last dentist gimmick didn't work out too well. That was when Kane played what was it? Isaac Yankem, I think was his name, and he was a dentist. Yeah, but he was a dentist with bad teeth.
Ew.
At least you don't have bad teeth.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know the extent of her injury.
I don't know. I'm starting to think it's is it
Well, because I
healed
heard
now?
she had a leg injury, then I heard it was her nose, and
Yeah.
here, let me put myself up because I feel a little. Yeah, I don't know why she's been off TV. I should have researched that more. But yeah, I think just like your point. Honestly, I'm not really behind the Britt Baker. Yeah, she's a great talker, but I don't know. I guess it's just a more of annoyed. Like you're right, it is annoying.
Exactly.
But she is a heel, so if we're annoyed by her, I guess technically she's doing her job, right? So
Yeah.
looking forward to that. We should see Big Swole probably beat her because they've been
I have
basically
a feeling
they've
Big
had
Swole
this
too.
yeah, they've had this feud. One good thing about AEW is a lot of these matches they've actually played upon for a long time,
Yeah.
you know, here and there. And I guess that's a beauty of having one pay-per-view like every 2 or is it like 2 to 3 months? I think they have a pay-per-view.
Yes, that sounds right.
That's the advantage, because going into this there's only like 1 or 2 matches where I'm like, that doesn't kind of make sense. But everything else you're like, oh yeah, I can recall the story they've had this whole time, because basically whether it was a 5-minute segment or something over Zoom or something, Britt Baker and Big Swole have always basically talked shit about each other every week.
Yeah.
In some way or somehow.
It's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
I guess they finally cleared her, or?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to that. So I think Big Swole's going to win. What about you?
I think Big Swole too.
All right.
For sure.
Next, let's go ahead and do another match that's, I don't know if this is going to be in the buy-in, but it kind of feels like a thrown together match. This is one of the 2 matches where I said, that doesn't make sense. But but then again, it does in a kind of way. We have the Dark Order versus Matt Cardona, which formerly known as Zack Ryder in the WWE. Scorpio Sky and the Natural Nightmares, which of course is Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall.
I thought Dustin was gone with Cody.
Cody's gone.
I know.
Dustin's
I thought they were both gone.
No, just because Cody's the only one that got injured.
Oh, Brandy left too, though, right?
Yeah, Brandy left.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems it's just don't want to get her at the last minute, but it does make sense. Matt is Matt Cardona. Oh God, now there's 3 Matts in AW. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, they
Matt
should have thought of a
Cardona.
different name.
Yeah, Matt Jackson and Matt Hardy. Wow. And I was gonna say MJF is Max. It's a Maxwell.
Maxwell?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know the rest of his name?
Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess what the storyline here is basically Matt, Scorpio Scott, or Matt and Dustin, or the Natural Nightmares, are basically fighting for revenge for Cody. Scorpio Sky, when he fought Cody, I guess that kind of started his like singles push.
Yeah.
So, he wants to be basically the one fighting Luke Harper, or fighting Brody Lee for the TNT Championship.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this one is just one of those. We'll see how it plays out. But
Brody Lee.
I'm saying the Dark Order is just gonna win, yeah, because the other team's kind of just. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just thrown together.
Yeah, and Brody Lee just won the TNT champion, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense. What do you think about that 21-man battle royale?
So that's interesting. I mean, if they've done it before, and I don't know how they're gonna do it, if they're gonna do it how they did the first time they did it, because it was kind of cool. It's like there's 21 men, but there's like 4 different suits and a Joker. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like, so basically everyone draws out of this deck, and like all the wrestlers who got the kings or the queens or the jacks or whatever, I don't know how exactly it works.
That's how they split them up?
That's how they split them up. So like I think they do like jacks. All the jacks come out first, and then they start wrestling, and then after a certain time, all the people that drew queens come out next.
Oh.
Yeah, and then after that, all the people that drew kings come out next, and there's one Joker in the deck, and whoever drew the Joker comes out last.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting the way they do it.
Yeah,
but
if they do that, I'd probably watch it. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm gonna get like anxiety. That just seems like a lot of people.
Yeah, but no, I mean the Royal Rumble is 30,
yeah.
but it's not all at once, and the 21 won't be all at once if they do it in suits. It's when it's.
I'm just thinking of that match on Dynamite is what freaked me out.
Oh yeah, because that's basically how they set it up, was all these people coming out and talking shit and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's kind of it's like a train wreck that you just can't look away from when you have Taz and Jake Roberts, because it's like they don't let each other talk shit. Like, they don't let each other do their characters. It's like you can tell, like, like inside
Yeah.
that they like the real Taz and the real Jake Roberts don't like what the other one is saying or getting so it's like you can tell they're constantly they're very old school. And that's a good thing, but you can tell they're always like I don't know, it's kind of like a beautiful train wreck. Like it's like it's cringy, but then it's also kind of cool, because it's like very like I don't know, retro, I guess you can say. Maybe
makes sense.
So that they basically are setting up this battle royal based around Taz's crew, Jake Roberts' crew, which is only Lance Archer, and then now Kingston's crew, which includes the Lucha Brothers and Butcher and the Blade.
Okay.
And then Sean Spears is kind of I guess he's still with Tully Blanchard, but he's kind of solo. He's kind of like doing this like lone wolf type thing. So who knows? Oh man, I'm starting to think that guy just doesn't have it. Ty Dillinger. He was Ty Dillinger in WWE, and I still have his shirt. I was a huge fan of him, but I mean, he didn't get.
Was he more popular in WWE than he was?
He was popular. He was most popular in NXT.
Oh, okay.
He went to WWE, didn't really get his biggest thing in WWE was Royal Rumble in San Antonio. I was there. Was when he came out as number 10 because his thing was the perfect 10. That was his gimmick 10. So he came out as number 10. That was his biggest thing in WWE. He really wasn't used well, and then of course everyone wants to play the blame game on Vince. Like, Vince wasn't booking me, blah blah blah. Vince didn't do this, and it's like, okay, well now you have a chance in AEW. Why aren't they booking you? Maybe you just don't have it, or maybe he's just
you suck.
or maybe he's just. I don't know, maybe the right opportunity. I have no idea what's going on with this guy, but I used to be a huge fan, and I just, he's losing interest. It was one of those things where he came on TV, and I hadn't seen him in a while, and instead of being like, oh, he's like, there he is, it's like, oh, there he is.
That's the worst.
It's the worst. So
poor guy.
Come on, guy, do something. Find yourself. Shit. I know.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's not that easy. Why don't you be a wrestler? If I was a wrestler for fucking 20 fucking years like this guy has, I would have figured it out by now.
Yeah, exactly. Long ass time. Plenty of time.
I'm just kidding, guys. All peace and love. What do we have next? So we don't know the order that these are going to go into. Next,
that's why I'm like having trouble deciding.
Let's just go ahead and do Bucks versus Jurassic Express. Now, if any match on this card that doesn't really make sense, it's this match. But so the Young Bucks and the Jurassic Express, they remember on Dynamite tonight, they won that 8-man tag match, and basically the winner of that match
went against each other.
Yeah, and I love how like they really didn't know what to say it was for. So like Jim Ross, but it's a good cover. Yeah, Jim Ross was like, "Oh, the stakes are high. Well, whoever wrestles at the pay-per-view gets a big payday." Like I do like that. I do like and I do appreciate that they put money. They like it's realism. Like it is what it is. Yeah. Like these obviously they're not doing this like on a TV show. You don't really think like, oh, this actor on this TV show is getting paid. But that's like the kind of beautiful blurred lines in wrestling is like, oh shit, now I know what was wrong. Boom, that was wrong.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I sound so much better.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, guys, we just figured out we were recording.
We just figured out why we sounded like shit.
Yeah, so we maybe we'll have to do a drop or a little thing in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we just realized that we've been recording in stereo this whole time when we should have been recording in mono. So basically what that is both of these we're recording versus in mono, just this side does.
Wow.
So that's why I was picking up sound from both sides.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my words were like cutting in and out.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, so this podcast is already a shit show. So let's just go ahead and move on. I'm going to go ahead and, what did we say for that last match? The Casino Battle Royal, it's hard to say. I'm going to go ahead and say Brian Cage wins.
I'll just go with that because that's 21 people to choose one.
Yeah, okay.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Bucks versus Jurassic Express. Like I said, kind of random, but it will be a fun, entertaining match. I'm going to go ahead and go with Jurassic Express. Yeah. I'm going with Jurassic Express just because the Bucks were the one that picked up the win this past Dynamite.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
Next, let's go ahead and do Shida versus Thunder Rosa. I hadn't known or seen much of Thunder Rosa, but I just saw her wrestle on Dynamite. She seems pretty badass.
Yeah. They just put her with some... She was just making her debut. They put her with some no-name.
Yeah, but apparently the no-name chick was pretty good too. But she just hand wrestled on TV, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, I think that was a good match. I mean, she looks cool. She has a good look to her. And that I just like that NWA belt because that's like the classic belt. Like the belt that she holds, that's the belt that I think the Fabulous Moolah held for 25 years. I think that's the same belt.
25 years?
Yeah, so Fabulous Moolah, you know how the little picture, Fabulous Moolah had a picture, and Fabulous Moolah was apparently, we might have to fact check this, but I mean, it's known in the wrestling community, but it's always hard because, like, that's what WWE has always said, but sometimes what WWE always says isn't the truth, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently she was NWA Women's Champion for 25 years, yeah.
Wow. That's a long-ass time.
Fuck yeah. There's no one that's ever been champion that long, like, ever, not more than a couple years.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I think Bruno Sammartino might have been champion for a 5 to 10 year guy. No, I don't even think so. I would have to fact check myself. That's way before my even birth.
Yeah. Wow. Like, I know, well, like with WWE and AEW, they keep track of like the days. Like,
and I love how AEW keeps rank. You know, the number one ranked team or the number you're number 5 in the rank. But the only thing where the rank thing kind of doesn't work in wrestling is when you have a situation like, oh, this guy, you know, he's been on a losing streak, but then one day, if you want him to start a feud with the champion, like, let's see, what's a good example? Okay, let's say Jurassic Express. Let's say you have Luchasaurus paired with, or Jurassic Express, they lose all these matches, right? So Luchasaurus ranks goes down because of those matches. And then let's say one day he just starts a feud with Moxley and you want to do Luchasaurus versus Moxley now. And it's like, whoa. Like, why don't you put Moxley against a number 2, number 3 ranked person? You're putting him against Luchasaurus. You see, it's like in wrestling, you can do that. In wrestling, you can just pick anybody and throw them against. But in like, I don't know, I guess it doesn't, like, rank in wrestling kind of gets mixed up in that way, I guess you can say, is what I'm trying to say. But then again, and in the UFC, they do that too. In the UFC, they'll put a high ranking guy versus a guy that's a few slots down. So I guess, tomato, whatever. Let's move on.
Well, speaking of rank, didn't you mention, like, the Young Bucks and the Jurassic Express? So whoever wins would be, like, the highest ranked? Is that what you said?
No, that's what I was, no, I think whoever wins will be number 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the highest ranked, I said that, and then right after, that's when they showed FTR, and I was like, oh shit, wait, that's right, FTR is the number 1 ranked, because that's why they're facing Adam and or Hangman and Omega, right? Because last week they won the number 1 ranked spot.
Yeah.
But were Luchasaurus and were the Jurassic Express in that match last week? That rank match, it was best friends. No, Cece, I don't even think.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't even think. Let me see. What's Jurassic Express rank?
I would think pretty high. They're pretty popular, right?
Yeah, but it goes based off the matches.
Oh.
Your win-loss record.
Oh.
Let's see. So right now the men's ranking, of course, MJF is number 1. Oh, so it keeps that's cool. It keeps your singles ranking, and then your tag team ranking.
Oh.
So yeah, MJF is number 1. Damn. Lance Archer is number 2 in the ranking at 13-1. Brian. Number 3 is Cody at 18-2. Number 4 is Brian Cage at 6-1. Number 5, Scorpio Sky at 7-2. Women's, of course, number 1 right now is Nyla Rose. 2 is Big Swole. 3 is Abaddon with a 5-1 record. Wow. 4 is Penelope Ford. 5 is Britt Baker. Dr. Britt Baker.
Probably because she's been out.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Tag team, number 1, FTR. Number 2, Best Friends. Number 3, Young Bucks. Number 4, Natural Nightmares. Number 5, Jurassic Express.
Oh.
Yeah, so if...
they're in the top 5.
Well, they're 6-3, so if Jurassic Express win, they'll be tied. Actually, yeah. If Jurassic Express wins, Jurassic Express will move up. Will replace, because the Young Bucks are 6-3. So if Jurassic Express win, they'll replace the Young Bucks as number 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I like about rankings. Like, just like something like that, you can get excited for. Like, they'll replace them in the rankings, and it's like something they just technically made up, but it gets you. It's like another way to get you intrigued in it. Yeah,
you'll watch it, and then when they win, you'll automatically remember, like, oh my god, now that means they're going up.
Right? Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I really do like that about AEW. That's awesome. Who do you think's gonna win that match?
I think Jurassic Express.
Nice. Wait, we're on the Sheeta and Thunder Rosa, right?
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did move on. We were just talking about it. So
and we did that. We did the exact same thing.
I didn't even say it before when we were talking about it too. So.
We did the exact same thing with the Battle Royal. We moved on, and we were like, I was like, wait, who do you think's gonna win? Like I said, guys, long day. We know this is probably a shitty episode. We're sorry. We'll do better tomorrow. We'll do better tomorrow. Join us on YouTube, please. Let's see.
But as far as Sheeta and Thunder Rose, I think Sheeta.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
I think it's good exposure for Thunder Rose and NWA, especially right now. Kind of sucks. NWA came back. That's one of the first wrestling companies, the National Wrestling Alliance. After all these years, it finally came back. It was bought by Billy Corgan, singer of Smashing Pumpkins, and it was just a show on YouTube, NWA Power, and they brought back the original 10 Pounds of Gold, the NWA title, the NWA Women's title, the NWA TV title, the tag team titles. And they brought back the old school. They did it like in the old school, because NWA wasn't never an arena. It was like a studio. So it's literally like a talk show basically. But instead of the talk show setup, it's a ring, and then like right beside the ring is like the little like the actual interview part. Jesus. So it's like all like within like a little studio. Yeah. And that's a lot, right? But a lot of people love that. For one, they love the different. For people that know NWA, they love the old school nostalgia feel, and the people that didn't know NWA, they loved that it was just something different, and it was easy to find because it was on YouTube. So it was getting a lot of traction, a lot of good stuff was coming out of it. A lot of great wrestlers, a lot of great known wrestlers. Kingston, before he was in AEW, he was in NWA. Really? But see, that's the thing, and that's why like people like Kingston and even Thunder Rosa's in AEW right now, because of COVID, they couldn't obviously do it in the that studio anymore. So they haven't posted I looked the other day, they haven't posted a show. Like I think their last show was number 20, and they haven't posted one in a while. Oh wow! Like months since COVID started, essentially. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. That'll be sad. A few months before you even see one, probably. Yeah. So a few more months. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a good match, good little feud, kind of out of nowhere. But like I said, you're just giving Thunder Rosa some work, but she deserves it. She deserves the spotlight. Yeah. It's going to do Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a Broken Rules match, I think
Matt Hardy's going to win, because I don't know, what are they saying about like that? Oh, if Matt Hardy loses, he's going to leave AEW for a while. What is that about?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's anything like official, but I think it's just Matt basically symbolizing like he shouldn't be losing to Sammy. Yeah. So, or maybe he is going to lose, and maybe he is going to leave, because I'm not going to lie, with COVID and especially with his feud with Sammy, because this feud with Sammy, let's talk about that. It essentially started out of nowhere. They were always going to fight, but with Matt Hardy, with Sammy throwing that chair shot to Matt Hardy, which everyone knows was not supposed to happen. Yeah. But
definitely wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the beauty of wrestling, when we do have those blurred lines where, was that supposed to happen, or what? Why is that one supposed to happen? Because people are like, oh, that's supposed to happen all the time. Like, oh, because now they have this huge feud and stuff. Like, no, like they're professionals. They literally, it was an accident, but they're not going to pout about it. Obviously, Matt, the professional he is, he probably like, okay, you fucked me up, I'm going to get you back. But now that we have this situation, let's play on it. So that's basically all they've been doing, is playing on that chair shot for weeks and weeks and weeks. So, but I think because of that, it's kind of ruined Matt Hardy's gimmick, because he's been having to be like real, not like multiverse, multiple personality, Damascus, like, So I think because of that kind of is ruining his gimmick. And number two, which should have been number one, his gimmick. Everyone loves Matt Hardy. I'm not saying it's bad, but it kind of doesn't work without a real audience. Yeah. And since day one, he hasn't had the real audience. So maybe he wants to step away and come back the same way, but get it a little bit, get it right this time. Yeah. Yeah. Or he wins.
Dang. Well, we'll see. What kind of match is it? What's it called?
Broken Rules, which is probably just like anything goes. Yeah. It's gonna be that bitch. That's gonna be AEW's way of saying like Extreme Rules.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. They're gonna have all the chairs out for sure.
Right. So, who do you think's gonna win?
I think Matt Hardy.
Oh yeah, you said Matt Hardy. That's right.
I think he will.
Just to be different, I'm gonna go with Sammy.
Okay. We'll see. Yeah, because you're thinking Matt Hardy might have some reasons behind leaving for a while, so we'll see.
True. Jericho, or let's before that, let's do Omega and Hangman versus FTR for the tag team titles. Now everything going on in AEW, this is probably the best storyline. This whole thing for months, pretty much ever since Kenny and Hangman won the title. Yeah. I guess a year. Yeah. Almost. Shit, it's been a long time. They've had this kind of like thing where like, is Hangman gonna leave the Elite? Is he gonna turn on him? Like, what's he doing? There was that. I remember there was an awesome moment. I forgot what it was. Was it the last pay-per-view? It might have been the last pay-per-view. I watched too much wrestling. Where Kenny and Hangman won. And so Hangman's finishing move is when he stands on the outside of the ring, like the apron, and he like it's called the buckshot lariat, I think it was called, because he flips in the ring and then clotheslines you. Well, they had just retained their tag team titles, and like I said, you can always kind of see it on Hangman's page, Hangman's face. He's a great actor. The whole thing's great with the drinking and everything. Like, well, of course the drinking's not acting, but just like that whole persona that he's playing, you know. But they had a moment where he was standing on the apron waiting for Kenny to come outside. Kenny had his back turned and he put his belt down. This was before the pandemic, because I remember all the fans going like, oh, like what the fuck, because he put his belt down on the side and he got his set up like he was about to do the move on Kenny, and everyone was like and then Kenny turned around and he just goes, come on. And then everyone was like, wait, what the fuck was that? So I love that shit. I love that little, like, for just a couple seconds, you're like, wait. And then, okay, nothing. Like, yes, I love that shit.
Wow.
So I love that they've been playing that pretty much on every pay-per-view, every Dynamite, every Being the Elite.
Yeah.
Like, they've been playing off of that. And they finally kicked Hangman out of the Elite. And then Omega is doing his own thing where he's fucking going crazy, and you know he's not changing his ring gear for years. Where he's wrestling with fucking holes in his pants. I'm just making fun of him at this point. There's worn out knee pads and shit.
Yeah.
But no, so Kenny's going to his own thing, and of course, basically everything we're kind of seeing, it looks like he's going back to the old school heel Kenny. So the question is, my thing is, I think FTR is going to win, but the question is, who's going to turn on who? Is Hangman going to turn on Kenny, or is Kenny going to turn on Hangman?
I think, because that's what I'm going to say too, FTR wins, and that's how they're going to split off the Hangman and the Kenny relationship. And let's see.
Because Kenny and Hangman were never really like a legit tag team anyway. They were just two badass guys that became a tag team. So, you know, I honestly haven't expected them to hold the titles for that long. And I've always been thinking, like, who's the team that's going to be king? And I think this is it. But yeah, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say that I think it's going to go more of that Hangman turns on Kenny.
You think so?
I feel, yeah.
But the way Kenny's been snapping lately, and like the matches, like remember when he beat up Marco Stunt, and then he beat up I forgot who else he beat up after. 5, one of the Dark Order members after the match. Maybe he just snaps. I don't know.
To me, I feel like Hangman looks like how we said he's a really good actor. His character looks like he's, you know, holding a lot of anger in, I feel. So maybe like, what if he just like explodes and is just like, I'm tired of your ass.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, for sure, I think Hangman's going to end up joining the FTR. So it could happen two ways. Either Hangman betrays Kenny and is like, haha, FTR wins the titles, I don't care, I'm going to go chill with them. Or Kenny turns on Hangman and the FTR wins and was like, hey, man, you don't need to be hanging out with that guy, come with us. And then, there you go.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think...
That's a good theory.
Yeah, I think no matter who betrays who, he's going to end up with FTR.
Damn.
At least on a one-off or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll do a swerve, something we're not expecting.
You'll never see it coming.
Regardless, I feel like the audio's all shitty.
No, it got way better after we made that adjustment.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it too much.
No, it's fine.
So the two, I guess you can say I'm most excited for. Yeah, well, I'm excited for a lot of these matches. Actually, now I'm looking at it.
Honestly, yeah.
Right. Jericho versus Orange Cassidy.
Mimosa
Mayhem. It's great. It's great.
That was
I
such
love
a
it.
good whoever
idea.
came up with that.
Jericho.
Needs a pay raise.
Jericho.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was already called that.
He literally said, "I came up with this just like I came up with the." He was he made fun of WWE because he's like, just like I came up with the match in another company that involves a ladder and a briefcase, because there's this whole thing where he wants the rights to the name Money in the Bank because he invented that, because he invented the match. So
could they ever give it to him?
WWE said they'll give him the name, but they want the website. Like,
what?
Like, that makes no
what are they gonna
sense.
do with the website if they
Exactly.
don't have the name?
Exactly. Like, so WWE's like, we'll give you the name, we'll change the Money in the Bank ladder match to something else, but we still want the fucking website. Like, what? That's so petty.
Oh my god.
And now,
Worst.
I guess that's probably why they're making it more of a joke, because you see the Money in the Bank lunchbox.
No.
Well, maybe just because it matches Otis's
That would be
character. Well, now, I guess we're supposed to AEW podcast, but we'll just talk about something funny I saw on SmackDown. Well, they had this thing where Otis has the briefcase. Well, now they have like a Money in the Bank, like a metal lunch boxes. Well, John Morrison tried to steal Otis's briefcase, so he took it. And they told Otis whatever. Otis pulls out the lunchbox and he's like, "Oh no, he didn't take my briefcase." He's like, I put the actual contract in this Money in the Bank lunchbox."
Oh,
he's like, "So
my
all he
God.
stole was a sandwich." And later on, you see John Morrison open the briefcase. He's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "What?" And it's like a fucking sandwich. So I think what they're doing now is they're just gonna have Otis carry around this fucking lunchbox.
And advertise it. What the fuck?
WWE, ladies and gentlemen.
So when it comes time to cash in
He's gonna cash in the
money,
lunchbox.
He's gonna cash in the lunchbox. That's gonna be hilarious.
Actually, will be hilarious. Yeah, there's no need for competition. We watch both, so fuck
Wow.
it. Yeah, but the Mimosa Mayhem, like I said, Jericho invented this match.
Pay raise.
Pay raise. Yeah, I'm sure Jericho's doing fine.
I know.
Yeah. But interesting match. I guess you can win by pinfall submission or throwing your opponent into a giant batch of mimosa.
That would be awesome. They need one of those like giant wine glasses, like on the side of the ring, and then just like fill it with orange juice.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
And champagne.
That would be cool. Damn. Well, who do you think's gonna win this match?
I think. I feel like Orange Cassidy, maybe.
Yeah, give Orange Cassidy the win and put Jericho back on commentary because he's awesome.
Yeah, he's better on commentary. Nothing against his wrestling. But
Yeah. Well, it's hard because there's so many people that are good in commentary. Like, you have three. The commentary booth is for three people, but you have, like, Jericho's awesome, Taz is awesome, Excalibur's awesome, Jim Ross, of course, you got to have there. Tony Schiavone's awesome.
Yeah.
Then if Renee Young comes to AEW, do you put her in the announce table? Like, it's 6 people for a 3-man booth.
They're going to have to put another table.
Yeah. Well, I guess they have AW Dark. They have another set of announcers for that, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because Jim Ross isn't on Dark. Jim Ross just does the main show.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And they might, if they're still, well, before the pandemic hit, they had plans to actually have a second show on a different day. So they'll probably do another.
And then nobody knows when Excalibur's coming back, right?
No, he was back this last week.
Really?
This is the first thing I told you.
I don't remember.
Huh. Yeah, you don't listen to me.
I do listen.
You never do.
I think we were getting our burritos out of the bag.
Oh. Well, yeah, so who do you think's going to win this match?
Orange Cassidy.
Okay. Cool.
I feel. And then the last match of the night, Moxley and MJF. What do you think about this?
Good little feud's been going on. Moxie or MJF acting like, the victim until this past week when he beat down Moxley.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Moxley just because MJF is freaking amazing. He's a great heel, very talented, but he's too young. Like, I'm older than him. He's
that's
not,
right. I remember you told me.
He's not ready yet. But wait, actually, how old is he when... Because Randy Orton was young when he won the title.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he's no Randy Orton. I'm sorry. Yeah, Randy Orton, he's 24. Yeah, I am older than him, damn. But Randy Orton was 24 when he won the title. But then again, like I said, he's no damn Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So...
No, not even close.
Yeah, there's only one Randy Orton. So I'm going to go with Moxley.
Yeah.
And plus, MJF's probably going to be around forever, so he's got plenty of opportunities.
Yeah. I'm going to go with John Moxley also. He took a beating, so I feel like MJF's going to... Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually the case. Whoever takes the beating, the before the pay-per-view, the other guy ends up winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's all the matches are
I think that is, right?
Oh, we actually went longer than expected.
One, but I got out of them all.
Well, guys, thank you for listening. Feel free to message us on social media, email us, let us know your predictions. If we get some in before the pay-per-view, which we most likely won't, then we'll go ahead and read them on the air and see, see what your predictions were and if they match what really happened. Caylin, do you have anything else?
No, I think we're good to go. We'll just check us out on YouTube tomorrow. We'll be there with our review
All right. Yeah, exactly. So, like we said earlier, the review video, the bonus episodes will no longer be on the podcast feed. We don't want them numbered, so we're going to go ahead and put the bonus episodes on our YouTube clip channel. That's CayVin Universe Clips. We also have a full podcast channel, The CayVin Universe. But if you just search The CayVin Universe on the YouTube search bar, both will pop up. Check those guys out. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for listening again. Peace and love, and you will hear from us soon.
Bye, guys.